Hello dear students, in today's video we are going to discuss a new chapter, that is materials, metals and non-metals. So what are the things that we see around can be classified into mainly two categories, metals and non-metals. Especially you might have seen iron nail and you might have seen blacksmith beating iron heated iron rod in order to make knife, sword, etc. So again you might have seen copper wires used for conducting electricity, and similarly aluminium vessels that are used for cooking. Then similarly gold ornaments, then silver ornaments articles, and coal you might have seen. So that is what is coal. Coal is actually carbon, which is an element. So which is actually a non-metal. So in this chapter we will study first about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. So materials generally can be classified. In the previous chapter we discussed about plastics, and in this chapter we will broadly discuss the materials. We will classify them mainly into metals and non-metals. So actually these are elements. So the board I have written few elements. So iron, number one, then aluminium, then copper, then sulfur. Sulfur is actually a powder form. You can see it's non-metal. So it is yellow in color. So if you take a freshly cut iron nail, so it appears shiny. The aluminium also it appears shiny. You might have seen. Then gold, that looks yellowish in color. Then copper wire is also shiny in nature. Then another element is oxygen that is present in the atmosphere that we normally take in as while we breathe. So it has no color, and this is a gas. And carbon, then phosphorus. So carbon is actually a form of coal. It's actually coal. Then phosphorus, its color is red. The coal, as you can see, it's dull in nature and it is soft. So this is the first category. What physical property? The first one that we are discussing is appearance. The second one is hardness. So you might have seen iron nail. You can hammer an iron nail into a wooden plank. So it is so hard. Then similarly aluminium, copper, these are all hard. But what about a coal tip? If you take a piece of coal and if you hammer it, then what will happen? It will break into pieces. So similarly sulfur, phosphorus, these are all so soft. At the same time, iron, aluminium, copper, these are hard. So there exists some kind of differences in their physical property, especially in appearance as well as hardness. So that determines what type of material is it. And similarly, but at the same time, there are some exceptions also. So let us first look at the first property, that is called appearance. That is called lustrous or metallic luster. So generally metals got this shiny appearance. That's why they are known as lustrous. But non-metals generally are not appearing that much shiny. So they are non-lustrous. And the next property is called malleability. Malleability means we can beat a piece of metal into thin sheets. You may have seen large iron sheets, aluminium foils that are used for wrapping food items. And in lead and all you may have seen silver coatings. So we can even consume that. Then malleability, it's a physical property with which a metal can be beaten up into thin sheets. Examples are iron, aluminium, gold, copper, etc. Silver also. So this particular property, that's why these, especially silver coil, aluminium, this iron, so these big sheets, and similarly gold coins. How we are able to make gold in the form of coins? So because of the property called malleability. Then the next one, Ductility, that is the second property. So with which the material or the metal, especially it, this property is shown by metals. Non-metals are not ductile or not malleable. So if you beat a cold piece, will you get a thin sheet or a long wire? You won't. So ductility is also shown by only metals. They are gold, aluminium, copper, silver, etc. The next one is conductivity or conductors. When you see the wiring of your home, you can see that silver or in costly electronic devices, then gold also used for conducting wires. But in home, copper wire is used for household wire. And similarly, you can see there are good conductors. In the book, one activity is given. There, in that activity, if you connect a copper wire, in between the gap of copper wire, a piece of metal, iron, aluminium, or magnesium, or this, then the circuit will get complete and the bulb will start glowing. At the same time, if you connect a piece of coal or a wood, the circuit will remain switched off. With the electricity, the flow of current will not be possible through non-metals. So metals are good conductors of electricity. The next one is heat. Metals are good conductors of heat. That's why they are used in making utensils. And the next one, sonorous. If you strike a metal, it will make a ringing sound. Especially you can see the school bell. Soon after one period is over, when the bell is rung, we are able to hear that particular sound to a long distance. So these are all the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Especially first one is lustrous, second one is malleability, third one ductility, the property with which a metal can be drawn into thin wires, that is called ductility. Then conductivity, conductors of metals are generally good conductors of heat and electricity. That's why they are used in wirings and all. Then sonorous, sonorous, the ability to produce ringing sound when it's struck by another surface. Then some examples, especially sodium and potassium. If you look, sodium Na, that is a symbol for sodium, then K, that is a symbol for potassium. These two are metals, but actually they are so soft that they can be cut with a knife. And similarly, you can see mercury, which exists in liquid state at normal temperature. And similarly, so there are some exceptions. Generally, all metals are almost, except mercury, all metals are in solid state at room temperature. So, according to these properties, we can classify the materials into generally metals and non-metals. Or the materials that expresses or that shows or exhibits these properties are generally considered to be metals. Example, iron, aluminium, copper, gold, silver, platinum, etc. Then non-metals. What do you mean by non-metals? The materials that do not express these kind of properties, they are known as non-metals. Example, carbon is present in coal, then sulfur, phosphorus, oxygen. These are all chlorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, many gases are there. So they are all comes under the category non-metals. So this is all about this particular part. Read the chapter 1.